The power of no. They say that to achieve great success, you need one big yes. But I am here to tell you that I built a multi-billion-dollar company, a company that changed the way a nation trades, on a mountain of no. I failed the university entrance exam, not once, not twice, 3 times. I applied to the police force, rejected. I applied to work at KFC when it first came to my city. 24 people applied. 23 were hired. I was the only one rejected. I wrote to Harvard 10 times. 10 times, the answer was the same. No. I am JackMa, and if you think you have failed too much, then you need to listen closely, because my story is not about being the smartest. It is about being the one who refused to quit. Part 1. The English Teacher's Vision, 050. 230. I grew up in Hangzhou in a time when China was changing. I was bad at math. I was terrible at tests. My greatest asset? My mouth. From the age of 12, I rode my bicycle for 40 minutes every morning, rain or shine, to the main hotel. I gave tourists free tours of the city. Why? Not for money, but to learn English. That's where I got the name Jack from a tourist. I didn't have money, I didn't have connections. I had a vision that was outside of China. I had a curiosity that the textbooks could not satisfy. I finally became a teacher, earning $12 a month. But in 1995, everything changed. I went to America on a business trip, and there I met the internet. I searched for China. Nothing. Silence. I saw a huge, gaping hole. The world had a tool, and my country was invisible. Most people would have said, "It's too complicated. It's too expensive. The government won't allow it." I said, "This is my opportunity." Part 2. The First Failures, 230 to 445. I came back and started my first company, China Pages. I put my friends' and family's money on the line. I was proud, I was excited, and I failed. Then I started another internet venture. I went to Beijing working for the government's trade ministry. It was stable, it was safe, but I knew the real revolution was happening outside the government buildings. So in 1999, I gathered 18 people in my small apartment in Hangzhou, my apartment. We had no money, no technology, no clear plan. We only had a shared belief that the internet should serve the small business, the little guys, the entrepreneurs. We founded Alibaba. We went to venture capitalists. We went to Silicon Valley. We were rejected by everyone. They looked at us, 18 people in a tiny apartment trying to build an e-commerce platform in China, and they laughed. They said it was impossible. But remember the rule of the magnifying glass? Focus. We didn't listen to the noise. We focused on the mission, making it easy to do business anywhere. Part 3. The Long-Term View, 445 to 650. The first few years of Alibaba were brutal. We worked like crazy. We didn't have a business model. We had no profits. We had no idea how to grow. I taught my team one thing. Today is hard, tomorrow will be harder, but the day after tomorrow the sun will shine. Most people quit tomorrow evening. They are standing right on the edge of the sunshine, and they give up. We refused. We endured the night. We didn't focus on profits in the first year. We focused on customers. We focused on building trust, brick by digital brick. We learned how to handle the challenges of payment and logistics, problems that banks and governments said were too difficult. We made mistakes every single day, stupid decisions even. But we learned from them and we did it again. That is resilience. In 2000, SoftBank's Masayoshi Son gave us a life-changing investment, but he didn't invest in a spreadsheet. He invested in the fire he saw in our eyes. He invested in the belief that even a small teacher from a small city could change the world if he never gives up. The conclusion. The hero is you, 6:50 to 8 o'clock. Today, Alibaba is a giant. But I am still the same JackMa who was rejected by KFC. So what is the lesson? The zero to hero story is not a fairy tale. It is a formula. You don't need a perfect background. You need persistence, the stubbornness to keep cycling to that hotel for 9 years. You don't need all the answers. You need vision, the ability to see the opportunity in the empty space, in the market's failure. And most of all, you need to understand this. Failure is not a grade. Failure is just a long phone call that tells you one thing. That way didn't work. Try a new door. You have been given a chance to build your own destiny. You will face 100 rejections. You will have moments when you want to quit. Just remember the teacher from Hangzhou and tell yourself, not today. The sun is waiting. Go do it. Thank you.